If you're waiting for someone else to push you, then you're already behind. In this video, we're going to talk about why the most serious footballers train alone, and why that choice could be the difference between staying average and becoming unstoppable. Most players avoid solo training, not because they don't care and not because they're lazy. They avoid it because it feels uncomfortable. It's quiet. It's boring. And worst of all, it forces you to face your weaknesses. There is no coach telling you what to do, no teammates to compete with, no fans cheering, just you, the ball, and every mistake in your game staring right back at you. That's why so many players wait for team practice. They think, I'll train when my friends are free. They scroll through drills online, but never step outside to actually do them. Here's what they don't understand. Team training is not built to make you elite. It's for the group. A coach has to focus on 15, sometimes 20 players. That means limited touches, limited sprints, and limited chances to improve. Maybe you get a few shots on goal in 1 hour, and then it's over. Now compare that to 1 hour training by yourself. No waiting in line, just constant movement, sharp focus, and full control. You decide the intensity, you decide the pace, you decide how much you grow. 1 hour alone can give you more progress than 3 hours with a team. And here's the truth. The players who avoid solo training are the ones who need it most. Weak foot? You won't fix that in a crowded session. Low confidence? You won't build it sitting on the bench. Want more minutes on the pitch? You earn them long before the match begins, alone, when nobody's watching. Every top player you admire has been there. Ronaldo didn't become Ronaldo because of team drills. Messi didn't build his control by waiting in line. They became legends because they spent thousands of hours working alone, long before the cameras were on them. The gap between you and the player you dream of becoming is not built during match day. It's built in early mornings, late nights, and empty fields. That's the difference. So don't ask, should I train alone? Ask yourself, how badly do I want this? Because skill comes from repetition, and repetition creates muscle memory. When you repeat something thousands of times, your body learns to react without thinking. That's why the ball sticks to a pro's feet. They've done it so often that it's automatic. Studies say it takes more than 10,000 reps to truly master one technique. Think about that. 10,000, not 10, not 100, 10,000. Now think about your last team training. How many touches did you really get? Mupadu? Maybe 50? When you train alone, you can get 500 touches in half an hour. That's how your first touch improves. That's how you stop panicking under pressure. That's how you build confidence in matches. Even the best, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, still repeat the basics every single day. Because repetition doesn't just make you good, it keeps you great. But solo training isn't only about skill, it's about mentality. Waking up at 6 a.m. to train when everyone else is sleeping tells your brain, I want this more than they do. Going out after school while your friends play video games builds belief, confidence, and grit. Every lonely session, every drop of sweat, every extra rep gives you something your opponents don't have, a stronger mindset. Excuses? Everyone has them. I don't have a goal. Use a wall, a fence, or even 2 backpacks. I don't have cones. Use shoes, bottles, or rocks. Champions don't wait for the perfect setup, they make one. I'm tired. Of course you are. But champions train tired. Do you think pros feel fresh every single day? They show up anyway. That's where growth happens, when you keep going, even when your body says, stop. And if you don't know what to do, that's no excuse either. Right now, you're on YouTube, with more free drills and workouts than any generation in history has ever had. You don't need a perfect plan. You need consistency. Start with the basics. Build from there. Because while others sleep, you train. While they wait for motivation, you build discipline. While they waste time, you build habits. That's how you separate yourself. Your goals don't care about your excuses. They're waiting. And every solo session brings you one step closer. You won't always feel motivated, but motivation isn't the key, consistency is. Champions are made in the quiet moments, in the early mornings, in the late nights, in the sessions no one claps for. You want to be faster, sharper, more confident on the ball? Then prove it. Prove it when nobody's watching. Because one day, everybody will. Train alone today, so tomorrow, you'll never stand alone on the pitch. Train alone today, so tomorrow, you'll never stand alone on the pitch. And remember this, every session you skip is a session someone else is using to get better. While you rest, someone is training. While you make excuses, someone is putting in the work. And little by little, those small choices add up. They create the gap between the players who only dream and the players who actually make it. There will be days when you don't feel like moving, days when it's raining, when you're sore, when your legs feel heavy, but those are the days that count the most. Anyone can train when it feels easy. Champions are built when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, when everything in you wants to quit, but you keep going. Think about Ronaldo staying after training to practice free kicks until the lights were turned off. Think about Messi repeating the same dribbles for hours as a kid in Rosario. Think about Kobe Bryant waking up at 4 a.m. to train before anyone else. These legends weren't special just because of talent. They were special because of their work when no one was watching. So the next time you're alone with the ball, remember, you're not wasting time. You're investing in yourself. Every extra rep, every sprint, every touch brings you closer to the player you want to become. Your friends might laugh. People might not understand. But later, when you're sharper, faster, stronger than everyone else, they'll see why you chose the hard way. No crowd, no cheers, no applause. Just you, the ball, and your determination. That's where greatness is born. And when the lights finally shine on you, you'll know you earned it because you did the work when nobody else would.